Now, through the all years I've been collecting, I've done many mistakes. Did some right things, but I did many mistakes. As most of you, I've been watching videos, I've been searching online, trying to find good deals for accessories for my watches. And I'm gonna start with the best choices I made, and I'm gonna go down to the very worst. And it looks like with time, instead of getting better, I got worse. So, one of the very first things I will show you is this case. This is a travel case. I got it off eBay. It was $25 if I remember correctly. You can find them all day, about 30. It's faux leather, but the buttons are excellent quality. You see there's nice separations between the pillows. And it all comes apart, like you can take separate watches out, put them back in. It's a very good quality. I traveled with this before. I got 3 watches in here and it's been excellent. It kept everything safe. As you see, there's not much wear and tear on this thing. I mean, one of the best places to spend $25. You will see this, they all look the same on eBay, $25, $30. Don't pay anything more than that. You can always negotiate it down. Excellent choice. Go for it. Now we're going to talk a lot about cheap Nato straps. This is a website that offers great things and some not so great things, and I will explain why. Cheap Nato straps has great deals. If you buy anything over 5 pieces, like you can get 5 different Nato straps or regular straps or items. It offers great deals, 20% off. So this little pouch here I bought for $15 some time ago, and it's amazing suede leather, very soft, very nice, nothing to scream about, but really decent quality. The one complaint I have is that this little piece that comes with it is a little small, so the watches are playing a little bit, they're moving a lot, but other than that it still does its job. And it says that it's made in Sweden, so everything that cheap Nato straps is selling has a made in Sweden stamp. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but it's really great. I would highly recommend this. Again, the button, excellent quality. Go for it. Continuing with the theme of cheap Nato straps, you see here I have a bunch of different straps that I bought through the years. Some better, some worse. This is a nice bulky strap that I bought relatively recently. The one complaint I have with all of them, I have the same complaint with all of them, they are very small. So it's a regular size. I have a 7.25-inch wrist, or 18 centimeters in circumference, and these I always put it like down here. You can see the mark. Like I'm left with only 2, and this is not exactly right. It's a little tight, but if I put it here, it's very loose. So between these 2 holes, I'm always finding myself fighting, and then by the time this goes like to the loop here, I'm left like it's always sticking out like this. So that's the one complaint I have. Otherwise, it's a decent quality, nothing to scream about again, but for like $10, $12 a piece, you can do better, I think. The Nato straps are excellent. I have this for many years. I used it in the ocean, I've used it at the gym, and you see how it holds. It has some scratches on the buckle here, but other than that, excellent. Again, same thing, only 2 holes left. You see where I fold the strap at the end. So that's the only thing. If you have anything up to 7-inch wrist, I would say highly recommend it. If you have over 7-inch, think again. You can always buy them. They're so cheap that you can at least play with your collection. You don't need to buy new watches every time. That's the good thing about it. But other than that, it's not something to be crazy about. The mistake I did now, the first mistake, was I bought this case from Amazon, and you can tell that this is like book leather. It's nothing like the one from cheap Nato straps. If you feel it, it feels completely different. It has a hard plasticky shell, and then the faux leather or the compressed leather inside has it doesn't it's not anything like that. And then you see that the piece that goes in behind the watch, or that you fold the watch around, it doesn't have any notches here, so it can go left and right. It can come off easily, even though it does have a nice size. So yeah, was it a total waste of money? No, the button feels okay, but yeah, I would go with that any time of the week. This is not as great, so don't buy from Amazon these cheap pouches. Then we go to Etsy, and on Etsy, I bought many items on Etsy. It was for my Tudor primarily. I had two Tudors, um, the regular 41 Heritage, and this is what I was left with. And you will see here that they shipped me a second buckle, because the first one, the ceramic bearings, I don't know if they're real ceramic, by the way, they might be harder than plastic, but they popped up. They popped out the first time I tried to put it on. There's a little spring in behind the ball, and it just popped up the first time I tried to use it. I told them, they sent me a new one, but since I sold my Tudor and I haven't used it since, so it's been sitting here. Um, the good thing is that it came also with these spring bars that, as you see, they're bended, and this is to match the contour of the strap itself. The rubber part is very decent, I have to say. It's very soft. And it looks the part. I mean, certainly it looks the part, but that turned me off with the ball bearing. Then I went ahead and I bought some straps from Etsy for this Breitling, my Galactic Unitime. And I'm always a fan of these rubber straps by Breitling. If you buy one original with the buckle, is just over $500. So I said, this was 60. So I said, okay, I'm gonna buy this for 60, see how I like it. And I really like it as look. The rubber, again, is okay, it's decent, but the buckle, it feels very cheap. Sometimes I have hard time opening it. You can tell that the metal is whatever metal. I'm not even sure if it's some kind of a steel. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it can flake anytime. So yeah, I would not recommend this. It's a waste of money. Then this Milanese bracelet I got for the same Breitling. It looks amazing on the watch. It matches incredibly well. But again, it's a cheap made bracelet. And not only it came with barely fitting my 7.25 inch wrist, but I had to remove one piece cinch because the screw came loose and I wasn't able to put it back. The knurlings, not on the screw, but on the female part of the bracelet, they were damaged. And I went on Etsy website and I found this seller, and it looks like many people had the same issue. And I paid $125 for this bracelet, and it was a total waste of money. On top of that, the clasp, oh my God, I can't even open it. It's so hard to open. Yeah, total waste of time, total waste of money. It looks very nice, but it's not very nice at all. If you want a bracelet like that, go to Long Island Watches and buy those nice German-made bracelets that Long Island watches is selling $275 before taxes, 300 after taxes, but totally worth the money if you ask me. I've seen it before and I'm planning to buy one. Last but not least, this this piece of trash right here. Supposedly it was crocodile leather, and it had supposedly leather on the calf leather on the under part of the strap. I bought this only to see how would it look like with this watch and with my Breitling, and if I liked it I would buy the real deal. I still paid $25 with this. I knew it was risky. I knew it probably it's gonna be fake, but I was expecting something much better, especially considering how much I pay for these straps here that are very decent quality. The only problem is the size, the length, but other than that, they're excellent. And this one, $25. And it's completely plastic. It feels plastic in every way possible. Like there's no separation between this part and the top part, so I think it's just one mold with different colors. I don't know, it looks so bad. And of course I'm gonna cut it just so we see how it looks inside. Yeah, you can tell. So cheap. Definitely all plastic. Well, that's all for today, guys. Let me know what you think. If you ever bought this kind of bracelets, of straps, let me know what you think about these websites. If you ever bought any for these watches, as I would say, especially if you have expensive watches, don't do this kind of mistakes. Go buy something original, because, or at least something that you know is a good quality, because to save a few $100s, $200, $300, I could have made a big mistake and I would drop this watch off my wrist, and that would cost me thousands of dollars instead of a couple $100. Paid close to $200 for these two. I could add another $100 and get that Milanese bracelet from Long Island Watches and call it a day. But yeah, that's what I'm paying for right now. At least he makes a good video. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one. Ciao.